If you're watching this video, then you've probably seen one of the many posts on YouTube about people living in their cars. And maybe you've been thinking to yourself, I wonder if I could do that. But somewhere in the back of your mind is that voice that says, no way, that is so crazy. And yet, there's still that curiosity about the people that do take on an alternative lifestyle and that thought about, I wonder what it really is like. And if it really is a more simple, less expensive, and freer way to live. In this video, I'll tell you the truth about living in a car. Because 2.5 years ago, I gave away everything that I owned and moved into my Prius to adopt the minimalist car living lifestyle. Now, if this whole concept is new to you, let me just briefly explain what we're talking about. There's a growing movement in the United States for people to move into their car. Now, when I say car in this video, I'm referring to multiple types of vehicles, everything from large RVs to vans, trucks, and even small cars like my Prius. The growing popularity of the movement is primarily driven by people's desire to have more control over their lives, to live a more adventurous and free lifestyle, and to not be tied down into expensive mortgages or rents, given the fact that we now have an economy where people can earn a living working remotely or being a part of the gig economy like food delivery or being an Uber driver. So the world has changed, and because of that, it is now legitimately possible to live in a vehicle. So what's it really like? Well, first of all, right up front, I'll tell you that it does take you outside of your comfort zone. It's a big change. I'll also tell you that if it's something that you're considering, then the number one thing you need to think about is safety. It can be incredibly dangerous to live in a vehicle if you don't do it right. I've read a number of stories about people who have been robbed, assaulted, or even killed because they were living in their vehicle and they didn't take steps to safeguard themselves. Now, that being said, it's dangerous everywhere. Somebody could break into your house or your apartment, which is why most people take precautions like locking and deadbolting their doors and having a security system. Living in a car is the same way. If you're going to do it, you need to be safe. So the number one thing you need to do if you decide to live in a car is plan a safety strategy. Now, I've done a number of videos on my channel about different ways that I've used to create a safe environment. So I won't go over that in this video. But in the description section below, you can find links to playlists for my channel. And in the how-to playlist, you can browse the videos and see the different topics that I've covered when it comes to a stealth approach to living in a vehicle and the safety features that I've adopted. And when I say stealth approach, that's the key thing about safety when it comes to living in a car. If you're going to live in your car or any other type of vehicle, you want to make sure that at night, when you're sleeping, you've got a way to hide yourself so it's not obvious that a human being is sleeping alone in a car somewhere. Again, you can check out my other videos to see more details on that. But moving on to another question people have is it difficult? I'd say it takes planning, but I wouldn't say it's difficult. You just have to take the time to plan ahead, do your research and understand the strategies that people use, and just educate yourself. The number one challenge is finding a place to sleep because there's all kinds of things that you can do during the day and places that you can go like coffee shops. In my case, I've joined co-working offices so that I have a place to go work all day long, and I simply use my car to sleep at night. Others who travel more, like those who live in RVs, might spend the majority of their time in their vehicle. In that case, they may choose campgrounds or BLM and forest land, which is all public land that you can stay on for up to 2 weeks at a time. Then you just need to move to another location. So planning out what you're going to do about finding your places to sleep is the biggest challenge. Once you have a good strategy for keeping yourself hidden at night, and a plan for where you're going to park and sleep, the rest is pretty easy. And again, you can learn more about sleep strategies and finding sleeping locations in other videos that I have on this channel. So to summarize, it really is possible to make the transition to living in your car. It just takes some planning. Like anything in life, to do it right, you just need to do some research, make sure you plan ahead, and understand what preparations you need to make in order to do it right and to keep yourself safe. I've posted over 100 videos on this channel about my experiences living in a car, and also with insights and advice given the lessons that I've learned. Again, you can find links to all of those videos in the playlists that are in the description section below. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section. I work hard to try to respond to all questions, and if you have a recommendation for a topic that you would like to see in a video, please post that as well. In the meantime, safe travels, and I will see you in the next video.